Hello, how are you? Elena, muchas gracias por la invitación. Thank you very, very much for the invitation. I am so happy to be in Italy. And very happy to participate with you in this mission of social entrepreneurship. And I think that is what makes us, if not a family, the same tribe. We are the people who, when we are down, somebody here says, don't give up. In our own families, sometimes they say, why are you doing it again? Oh, there you go, one more utopia. But this is my family, this is my tribe. Thank you, Elena, for inviting me here. So, I would like to share with you a story of love, work, frustration, and surprise. Together with a group of businessmen and professionals, we started the Paraguay Development Foundation 40 years ago this month. 40 years ago. And Paraguay was a very bad situation. We had a military dictatorship. There was a lot of torture. There was a lot of persecution. And my wife and I went to the university in the United States. And on the last week of my career, I fell in love with an American girl. My mother said, no, do not marry an American. And her father said, don't marry a Mexican. But he's not Mexican, they're all Mexican. We've been married 44 years, 42, something like that. And we came to Paraguay, and everything was against us. But we said, we will prevail. We're going to do something here. And we started a microfinance program. In 1984, a microfinance program working in the slums, organizing groups of poor people, was a communist activity, persecuted by the military. And we said, no, we are capitalists. No, so we organized women. And microfinance is accepted today, but in 1984 is a revolutionary concept, an orange street vendor. How many thousands of years have there been women selling oranges in the street? Probably in the pyramids of Egypt, in the hanging gardens of Babylonia. And 50 years ago, street vendors were rebaptized. It says, no, you're not a street vendor. I'm not? No, you are a micro enterprise. Me? Yes. Oh. And when street vendors were rebaptized as micro enterprise, a whole new industry came up of finance, savings, insurance. Mohammed Yunus is one of the heroes of the movement. Acción International in Cambridge, Massachusetts was another one, but there are 250 million women who are now included in the financial system. It's revolutionary, just because the name was changed. So think of the opportunity, what we are looking, where we're stuck. For example, systems change. What if we change that name? And then we can go in. Because if we say systems change, the whole system becomes very defensive. And the promise of microfinance was that if you support micro enterprise, you can increase family income, strengthen precarious jobs, and create new jobs. And we did that for many, many years. And then we started getting confused in why some people get out of poverty and others don't. same medicine, same treatment. And we read the World Bank. No, they don't understand. $3 per person per day? What? It's not about money. You can have a person making $5 per person per day, but no teeth. Or making $6 per person per day in the house, but no toilet. So what is poverty? To make a long story short, we went to the United Nations and they showed us the Sustainable Development Goals. They don't explain. And so we said, okay, we give up. Why don't we ask the poor what non-poverty is? Madam, what is for you to be not poor? Oh, you have to have money. You have to have savings. You have to have water. You have to have a toilet. You have to have education. You have to have vaccines. You have to have motivation. Excuse me? Oh, yeah. If you don't have motivation, you have to control your emotions. Excuse me? Oh, yeah. If you don't control your emotions, you can never get out of poverty. That is a problem with my brother-in-law. He gets work, but he gets fired every 3 days. You have to have self-esteem. You have to have a plan. You have to live in an environment free of violence. You have to have a house. What is a house? Oh, you have to have a safe roof, windows, and doors. What else? You have to have separate bedrooms for adults and children, because my neighbor, that is the problem, because of the father-in-law, and there is a 12-year-old girl there, and you have to have 2 rooms minimum. What else? You have to have an elevated stove and ventilated kitchen. Tell me more. You have to have a bathroom, a flushing toilet. What else? You have to have a refrigerator. Tell me more. You have to have furniture. Tell me more. You have to have utensils. Tell me more. That's it. Excuse me? 7 things? Yes. Roof, bedroom, toilet, refrigerator, kitchen, furniture, and utensils. What about the floor? It doesn't matter. What about the paint? It doesn't matter. So every single thing that the national census asks is not important for the family. Excuse me, can you be not poor in bedroom and poor in bathroom? Yes. So what is your house? Well, my house is not poor in bedroom and poor in bathroom. But give me a number. No. I need a number. No. But don't you want to have like a house number 3? No. How interesting. So this Bolivian family, are they poor? Who says they are poor? They live in the mountains. They're very hardworking. They don't have education. They don't have a toilet. They make money. So we said, how? I know if we had objective indicators, I can go to your house and say, there is electricity, check. There is water, check. There is, I can count, the school, yeah. But I cannot tell your motivation. Extractive surveys get information that is objective, but what about subjective? And I ask the people, tell me, what is more important, controlling your emotions or running water? What a ridiculous question. Of course, controlling your emotion. Excuse me? Of course. The reason that woman does not have water is because she does not control her emotions. And I have a neighbor, that is her problem, blah, blah, blah. What is more important, motivation or savings? Motivation. So you have the poor people saying that subjective indicators are equally or more important than objective indicators. How do you measure? I asked my friends in the World Bank, tell me, Jack, why don't you measure motivation? You must know that money is important to overcome poverty, but also motivation. Yes, Martin, we read the magazines. Of course we know that motivation is important. So why don't you measure? We don't have any data. Why don't you have any data? Because we use census data. Okay, excuse me. Why do you use census data? Because we're the World Bank. And we need to compare the countries. But I thought that your objective was to eliminate poverty. Yeah, but we want to compare the countries. So you compare the countries with money that the poor people say does not represent their non-poverty? Yeah, but put yourself in a situation. We have a longitudinal line. Okay, good luck. And then I asked my friends in the United Nations, very interesting Millennium Development Goals and Sustainable Development Goals. And excuse me, where did you get those? Oh, they're very complicated. I know, but from where? We got together in Davos and in New York. Interesting. With whom? With the experts. And who are the experts? Well, the economists from Columbia University. These are the experts. And so we developed a visual survey with photographs and colors to allow that family to measure their own thing. Whether they are green means not poor, yellow means poor, and red means very poor. And with the touch screens and with images that are adequate for every country, for example, this is the one we use in my country, but in the UK they use in black and white. And so we have enough income. We have stable income. We have access to credit. We have family savings. We have diversified sources of income. We have ID. We have access to running water. And in 20 minutes, the poorest family in the world, with technology, can measure their own poverty, including subjective indicators. And once they do this, we do not develop a poverty index. Because I started saying there is a poverty index, human development index, a multidimensional poverty index. I used to think that index was sort of like, and then I said, why index? No, because we have to add life expectancy plus education plus health divided by 3. Okay, no. Now we have the multidimensional poverty index, and we are now going to add 14 and divide by 14. And we will have one number. For whom? For decision makers. Who are the decision makers? The government. No. The decision maker is the mother. And she does not need a poverty index. She needs a dashboard created by her in which A, she decides that she is green in many things, so we do not qualify a person by what you do not have. Let's start counting your blessings, because if we don't count them, they don't count. Is this person poor? I'm asking you, is this person poor? In some areas, yes, very poor. And in some areas, poor. And in some areas, not poor at all. But give me one answer. No. I need one answer. Give me a number. No. And then the unthinkable. Not only can the poor people measure their own poverty, but come up with a personal plan to overcome their poverty. And in every community, we develop a solutions bank. There is a way to get a wheelchair in Abuja, Nigeria. Why do we know? Because we know poor people in Abuja, Nigeria, with wheelchairs. And there is a way to get eyeglasses in Bogota, Colombia. How do we know? Because there are poor people with glasses. And so remember, 60, 70 years ago, the national development plan, then the province development plan, then the municipal development plan to work with communities. And now we can have a family development plan, the unthinkable. And what it is to be not poor. How can we achieve? And by the way, last week, the World Bank gave out a report saying that poverty at this rate will not be solved in 100 years with their monetary poverty thing. But in this particular case, how can this family not be poor? Simple. To be green in everything. Is there anything that a family cannot achieve in 5 years? No. There is no family in the world that if she decides that fixing her teeth is number one priority, she cannot achieve it in 5 years. Or doing a toilet, or building a different room, or learning how to family budget. And so, I would like to share with you Is this it? Disaggregate poverty into 50 small pieces. Objective, water. Subjective, motivation. Actionable and achievable. Here we do not have life expectancy. We have here vaccinations for the children. My children are vaccinated. The indicators are all in first person. I trust myself. We eat nutritious food. First person, singular, plural. Using a tablet, you can get that anywhere in the world. Everybody has Facebook anyway and WhatsApp. So this is it's not food security. It is we eat nutritious food. We eat proteins, carbs, fruits, and vegetables 3 times a day. Check. Sometimes we eat nutritious food, but we're too busy, so we eat rice, everything. Yellow. In the past month, somebody has gone to bed in our house who has not had dinner. Red. How long does it think it takes any family in South Africa, in India, in Indonesia to answer that? This is my country, by the way. It's a poor country. In my country, drinking water, to be green in drinking water is to have one faucet in the house. Everybody will say, yeah, she has water. She has treated water. To have a well is to be yellow, and to bring water from somewhere else is to be red. In this beautiful country, if you don't have hot water, you are yellow. But I know some places in Africa where if you have a well, yes, you are green. The indicator is the same. It changes from country to country. So we do this. This can be done by anybody. It is imperfect because it would be better to have 5 colors, a Likert scale, or 7 colors. Red, pink, orange, for statistical reasons. But for the family, this is perfect. And everybody shows their stoplight. Why? Because it's theirs. If you do your stoplight, you show it. Yeah, these are my greens. Yeah, I have a yellow. I have to improve my yellow here. But it is mine. And people post it in the wall like a calendar. And this is how poverty can be eliminated in the world. Look at this. Just see how the green moves from year to year? See how we're working here and a year later we move? So just project this. Project this. How you can move from every family doing their little Guatemala, do you see? This is how it is. But poverty can be eliminated if we do unthinkable. Empower the poor. Today, the World Bank does not seek to empower the poor, and with all due respect, neither do Sustainable Development Goals. The Sustainable Development Goals are for the governments, but they do not think that they can listen to the voices of the poor. So today, the fourth industrial revolution, technology allows us to recruit the poor, the families, nobody is read in everything. To recruit them and says, hey, what do you think? And we can map it. This is a map of our work in Nairobi. And for every indicator, we can change it. So if we change it here to motivation, we would have different types of colors. This is our work in Nairobi, and they answer for themselves, we eat nutritious food. Pretty bad, huh? Yellow, 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 huh? We are working in the United States. We're working with 50 organizations in the United States in 13 states. Unthinkable, yes. But you know what? The people in Chicago know what it means to be not poor in Chicago. And they can answer a stoplight in 20 minutes. And the people in Wichita, they know. And the people in Texas, they know. We're working with a construction company, a cement company in San Antonio, Texas, that is applying the poverty stoplight to their 2,000 workers. Not as a triple bottom line, not as an impact. It is as a productivity. If your workers reduce their deprivations, their productivity goes up. Like a supermarket in my country said, we have 30% rotation or turnover in the cashiers, right? They applied the poverty stoplight, and they went to 10%. So the profit of the company is. So we can have a win-win situation with business. We have about 300 or 400 companies right now. The B Corp system is in Latin America is approaching us now to do it as not as an impact outside the company, inside the company, with the workers in your company. They live outside. This is the UK. We're working with 17 partners. People in the UK know what it means to be not poor in the UK. There is a UK definition. They know. And it's beautiful. The houses are all very nice, as one Englishman said. The houses are all very, but you open the door and you go, whoa. People are people. And this is where we are right now. We're working with 40,000 families in Philippines. And I have not been to the Philippines yet, but they're taking it. And we have a social franchise model where we charge our partners a little bit of money just to pay for the computers and yeah. And it's very, very interesting. I'm working with the food banks because now the food banks know that to solve the problem of hunger is not a problem of lack of food. And the poverty stoplight allows the family that goes to the food to the soup kitchen to talk. He says, why are you here? Oh, I don't have transportation. Okay. Oh, I don't have anywhere to leave the children. Okay. Oh, I have a situation of violence in my house. Okay. So that is the problem of the food banks. I mean, we can be an instrument and give away the food, but that is not the thing. We can go deeper, and the families are ready to work with us. And this is very beautiful. And we're also working in Bulgaria, Romania, and Slovakia, in Eastern Europe, with the Roma people. Because the people in the European Commission said, we don't understand. And I say, have you talked to them? And they said, what do you mean? Just talk to them. What does it mean to be a non-poor Roma in Sofia? They know. And so we're working there. We're blessed. This is a miraculous work. And so thank you, Elena, for inviting me. I will be here the next couple of days, so I would love to show you what we're doing. I have more. Oh, and another thing, we don't know what to do with our data. We are now working with 495,000 families, multiplied by 50 indicators. We're not even looking for causation. We don't even know correlation. So can artificial intelligence help me here? Can AI help me? What is the best way for this family to become green? Is it by fixing their motivation, or by fixing their teeth, or by fixing their income? What first? So anybody who has data analysis or help, we need help. We need data science. We need artificial intelligence. We need computer experts. The data, by the way, is protected and all that, but we still need that, and we're very, very careful with that. And with that, muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much. Thank you.